Let's talk about the key to liberating yourself from unnecessary emotional suffering. Welcome to Unbothered Energy Weekly. I'm Crystal, and I'm so glad that you're here. Recognize that if you're seeing this, it's no coincidence. Something in this message is for you. So today I'm continuing my discussion on the book that changed my life, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. This is the third video in my little series. So if you want to check out the other videos, be sure to hit up my channel so you can see the discussion that led up to this point. But the next agreement is a total perspective shift. And honestly, the ultimate tool to help you become unbothered. When you learn to apply the second agreement to your life, you start to view the world and all the people around you in a completely new light. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How could I possibly not take what other people do and say to heart, when, especially if it's directed at me? The blatant truth is that everything anyone does is always about themselves. And if they lash out, if they cause harm, if they use their word against you or others, hell, even the nice things that they do are always a reflection of their inner state. So the second agreement invites us to acknowledge that everyone is always operating from their own unique perspective. We've all had our own different experiences and domestication that shaped us to become who we are up to this point. We're very selfish beings, and we operate, all of us, from a place of self-preservation. And we believe that we're the center of the universe. And we kind of sort of are. We're the center of our own universe, and our egos work overtime to make everything about us. Since I started to practice the four agreements years ago, when something does something that I think is against me or I deem as somehow about me, I immediately start to examine myself. Why are their actions triggering these feelings inside of me, and what wounds have they hit? My negative reactions and emotions, they highlight the issues that need my attention inside of me. So I had this lifelong friend recently hurt me terribly by cutting me out of his life. And when he turned his back on me, this hurt me so deeply because it brought up abandonment issues and it hit wounds that I already had inside of me around not being good enough. I lashed out, and sometimes I find myself still wanting to lash out when I revisit these feelings and how it made me feel. And it's not because of anything that he said or did at the end of the day. It's my own insecurities and wounds bubbling up to the surface. This situation has been an ongoing learning opportunity for me. When anything that anyone does or says triggers us and causes us suffering, it's only because we're giving our power away. A really hard pill to swallow is that no one can actually make you feel anyway unless you give them permission to. So at the end of the day, you really do have a choice. And learning to take nothing personally, it's not easy, especially at first. But when you can see that everything everyone does is just a projection of their own inner conditions, you can learn to cultivate peace and harmony and joy in your life again. So this week, I challenge you to take back your power. And the way that you take back your power is by healing and examining what kind of internal damage you've been carrying around. How do the things that other people are out doing in the world hit your wounds? How do you take things personally because of beliefs that you have from your own experiences? What wounds and traumas are you walking around with that other people are hitting into with their behaviors and their words? And how are you giving your power away by allowing others to make you feel certain ways? So for this week's affirmation, I'm going to use the deck again. It's just a little affirmation deck that accompanies the book. And I pulled out all the cards for don't take anything personally. So we're going to let the cards decide what the affirmation is that you need to bring yourself back to when you find yourself being hurt, by the world around you. Nothing that anyone does is about you. It's always about themselves. So this card says, see other people as they are. When you see other people as they are without taking it personally, you can never be hurt by what they say or do. Even if others lie to you, it's okay. They're lying to you because they are afraid you will discover that they are not perfect. None of us are perfect. But we can work a little bit harder every day to become unbothered. Until next time.